alone. But don't fuck with me, man. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, cocksucker. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, cocksucker. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you, man. Don't fuck with me. Just leave me the fuck alone. Do not fuck with me. I'm a peaceful motherfucker. Don't fuck with me, cocksucker. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, cocksucker. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you, man.
Who did that? It was made. Don't fuck with Jimmy the Bull. That is the take-home message of tonight. Well, welcome back. I got Mr. G in studio. Jimmy's actually joining us because we started so late. John Romano's here, of course. Johnny Bravo's still blowing his hair dry, I think. And, at least that's
He's putting his Elvis suit on.
I have my green cast on here.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Nice.
He's already walked on it 3 times.
You know, yeah, they tell you no, you can't walk on it for 12 weeks. I've already stepped down on it 3 times, and you know, I could seriously hurt it and wind up back in the hospital again, and I really don't want to do that. But
Could you feel it when you stepped on it?
The problem is I have no pain, so yeah, when I step on it, it's like someone stuck a knife in the bottom of my foot. Yeah, but I didn't feel anything break. But who knows? You know,
He felt the worst from his wife, though.
Yeah, I went to the doctor yesterday, and I told him I stepped on it, and I made him X-ray it. It was fine yesterday, but who knows what I just did? I did this before. So.
He's got a whole army here. He's got 3 kids, so and his wife's taking care of all of them. So.
Yes.
If
everything.
Dave has a setback, it's
it's not good. Not good.
Yeah, I mean,
not good.
No, not good to have a setback.
Now Mr. G brought me cookies and keto pretzels or actually not keto pretzels, but protein pretzels. Yeah. I've eaten everything already because we wasted so much time already. Oh, there they are. This thing is amazing, guys. Are these available at Mr. G's ProteinStacks.com?
Sesame, yeah.
There's 16 grams of protein in these things, 35 grams of carbs. Tyler's like, how come there's so many carbs? It's a pretzel. It definitely has carbs, but he's added protein to these. These are really, really good. The sesame seed with salt.
That's a little extra big, but you can make sandwiches.
And then we have the pistachio keto cookies. These only have 3 grams of carbs. These are amazing. How many grams of protein?
That has
15.
15.
But
that was John. That was Lee's and John's idea.
This is one of your best
Lee
inventions.
said make a green cookie, right? And then John said do pistachio. And as a result, I gotta send them to you because I mean.
So that's another good idea I gave you. When do I get stock options?
Soon, coming. It's like a bamboo tree.
Yeah, a piece of the business.
The bamboo tree takes 5 years as a seed, and then on the 5th year, it grows 100 feet. I'm the bamboo.
You know what,
tree.
John? I can't wait till Mr. G is making a lot of money, because you don't understand. Yeah. He's like. He'll be throwing the money out in the middle of the street.
Yeah, we'll all have it.
Yeah, of course I will. Like Dumb and Dumber, right? Here you go. Here's $300 for taking my bag in. Here's $100 for the coffee.
Jimmy will be making $350,000 a year to drive George around. You know, that's the way he spends money when he gets it.
But the thing is, we're going to give money to people and help people. That's the whole point. Right. We're not chasing money. We're creating products and stuff that people actually need.
Yes, he's even going to create the Big Lenny Relief Fund too. So even though Big Lenny was and him were enemies at one time, Mr. G is going to.
Yeah, I'm never with. Look, right. Here I got my application here. See this?
He's running to be a delegate. Well, now he's going to become a delegate.
Yeah,
John. Did you know that
at Palm Beach? Right. So I'm signing up for that. I'm going to get involved because they're calling patriots terrorists now.
I know. Well, they've been doing that.
Yeah, it's stupid. I mean, just like I was getting gas and
coffee.
You
guys notice I got a different color shirt on today?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
I wore it special today at work as I knew I was going to do the show, so I wanted to come in with a little different color.
Looks like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it says actually, but I just like it's green. You know what I mean?
Very glittery.
You look like it looks like that wetsuit that you were talking about earlier, Mr. G.
Oh, the wetsuits on the movie set.
You know that Mr. G was on the movie Noah, right, with Russell Crowe.
Yes,
I directed Noah. I directed Russell Crowe, and I directed the guy Frenchie from the movie Departed.
Pull up the Noah trailer. We probably can't play it. They'll probably demonetize it.
You talk about the biblical Noah?
Yeah, my friend. So
Russell Crowe made a movie called Noah,
and my friend was his stunt double. My friend Troy was a surfer, big. Troy Gilbert. He's one of the top stunt guys in Hollywood. He comes from a whole family. His grandfather did all the stuff for Charlton Heston and Ben-Hur, the chariot race, all that stuff. His father, he does all. Troy also does all the Fast and Furious. He's the car driver.
So it was raining on the set. No one wanted to. They needed
all
like
the extras were quitting. They
needed like 1,000 extras for this big scene where they
1,500 extras coming running out of the woods into an open thing with these. They had irrigation things on bay cranes.
Find a picture of that.
Right, the most like when it rained, it was like pouring rain on you. It was insane.
There it is.
So everyone was quitting. So my friend Troy goes, I know some guys. So me and my Australian friend who was surfers, they hired us as we played the parts of soldiers. So we
stunt doubles, yeah.
We wore our wetsuits. They were giving everybody else. They were giving like these little 90-cent like plastic like hefty bag things. They were at night freezing to death. Right, so we're like, we'll take our breaks.
Was it raining outside? Is that how?
No, they had the rain machine.
Oh, they had a rain machine. Okay.
You know the irrigate. You ever see it when you go back to farms? Those big irrigation.
Yes. Oh, that's what
they had them hanging on bay cranes, 60 feet above you.
I got you.
Like 8 of them.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
So they would.
So you had your wetsuit on underneath the
we would take our breaks in the rain, pour the rain on. I'll drink my coffee out of here. So the first
John, what they tell you on the set, let me just tell you because I've been on the Batman set, you don't talk to the stars. You're not allowed to talk. If they want to talk to you, fine, but you don't talk to the stars. You don't go up to Russell Crowe. You don't go up to, when I was on Batman, you don't talk to Val Kilmer or Tommy Lee Jones. If they want to talk to you, that's fine. That's the rule. So, of course, Mr. G can't follow any rules, right? so tell him the story.
The Russell Crowe. So here it is, 5 a.m. All right, we've been filming for 14, all day long since like 12 o'clock in the day, in the rain, out of the rain. So to keep extras on the set, they were giving away 60-inch screen TVs, cell phone. Yeah. Okay. So I'm standing right in front of Russell Crowe. There's about 500 people behind me.
Right.
Right. So he goes, okay, mates, I'm gonna pull out the raffle for today, So Russell pulls out and he goes, oh, sorry, mates. I pulled out 2 raffles, right? Without skipping it, I go, Russell, listen. You're getting paid $40 million for this movie. You can give away 2 TVs. Right? So he goes, okay, you're right, mate. I'll pay for the other one.
$40 million.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
Did you win a TV?
No, I didn't. It was a great setup. And then the guy, and then another scene, the guy Frenchie, the guy from the movie The Part. I don't know what the actor's name. The guy with Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
His sidekick.
Right.
He's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
So they're forging weapons. We're inside the woods. They're forging weapons because they're going to come charge the Ark. So he's the leader. So I'm standing on an embankment above him, and down there they're in front of a kiln, with these spears.
Right.
They're cooking them, and he's got a shield on. He's taking the shield on, off. And he's trying.
In other words, the director's trying to give him instruction on how to play the scene.
Well, should he wear the shield?
You're just watching. You're an observer.
Right. So I'm listening to this go on for 5 minutes. I'm like, listen, you're the fucking warlord, motherfucker. Take that shield off. Go in that fucking kiln and have your beard and your hair on fire while you do that. Nothing can harm you.
Did they all look and say, who the fuck is that lunatic up there?
No, so Frenchie goes, oh, I like that. Oh. Yeah.
Can you imagine him on the scene of a big budget movie, John? They probably were laughing their asses
off. I remember
off.
when I took him to film the thing I did for John Stossel for 2020, right? So like he's supposed to be in the background. He goes training. Next thing I know, I got a chorus line going. There's 15 people lined up, and they're singing Old Lang Syne to the fucking cameraman because he's retiring that day. And Georgie organized this huge retirement party for the guy, impromptu, right there. So yes,
that was at Chelsea Pier. I had the whole gym singing.
Did they want to bring you to
then he gets his truck wrapped for the training business, and then on the back it says "as seen on 2020."
Yeah. John Stossel. Did he sell the name wrong?
John Stossel.
Let me tell one more story about the movie, which is funny. So the first scene in the movie at Noah, the scene is that there's 1,500 extras in the woods. We're all going to charge the Ark, at once, and in front of me, about 100 feet in front of me, is this big giant rock, and there's a wide angle lens like this big that it could shoot like 100 feet either way.
Right.
You know. So my friend Troy's behind me. He's not in the scene, and he knows what I'm gonna do because he already knows me by then.
Yeah.
You know? So the actor goes, action, right? I go running, right? I jump off the rock and I go right into the right? So
That's not in the scene, by the way, Joe.
No,
he improvised that.
So what? So what happened is, as I was in midair, the director Aronofsky says, "Cut, right?" And he goes, "Whoever put their face directly in the camera, we're not shooting a campy movie. Don't ever do that again."
Meaning you.
Yeah.
You.
So Troy was laughing because Troy let me do it because sometimes you'll get an actual speaking part if you do that. Because they're gonna go back and laugh and look at it.
Yeah.
Then all the New York stunt guys who kind of they didn't like the West Coast because my friends from West Coast. Like, oh, don't do that again. You cost us money. What are you doing? Yeah.
Well, they didn't want you to. You were upstaging everyone. That's why.
Yeah, I saved the stunt guy anyway on the set from getting trampled. Yeah, there were people. There were people that
letting him loose on a set, John, has got to be very dangerous.
You're gonna pay me to run in the rain with a spear? I do that every day of my life. Oh my God,
Dave, you got to remember, we know him. We know what to expect. Right? Imagine just some unsuspecting director on a movie, and he just says, "It's another extra," and then they get him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the idiots didn't know my best friend is Troy, and all the
they must have known that because you must have known someone to get yourself onto that set. That's for sure.
Every actor,
no one screened you. That's for sure.
Every actor in the movies knows him. You know, he's been in every movie.
If you watch the trailer, you do see him. He's out in front running. You do see. I see you in the trailer.
Yeah, so you'll see me.
I found you in that trailer.
We picked different weapons. Everyone was picking a spear. We picked that big hammer.
I gotta watch that movie.
You should have brought Jimmy the Bull. He would have been great in that one also.
They would have loved it. Yeah, they would have loved it. So then the wetsuits. Right?
Jimmy was in Batman with me.
You know, I watched that movie.
We saw. So here's another thing. So the wardrobe people come to us one day and go, "Those wetsuits you wear, it seems like you can't. You guys can hang out in the rain all day long." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Can you get us wetsuits?" "Yeah, sure. How many do you need?" 30, right? So we got wetsuits. We got them for $10.
They were renting the wetsuits to the.
We rented them for $10. We charged them $40 a day, right? We were hoping the movie would go on for months, right? We were getting $1,500.
They were getting cash, John.
$2,000 a day in cash. So the first day I handed it to my Australian friend who did it with me.
The profiteer.
Right. So my friend says, "Listen, don't take a check from them. Paramount's gonna send you something from California. Don't do it. Get them cash because you're gonna have plenty of cash."
They have slush fund money there. Yeah.
Right. So they gave us like $2,000 cash each day. We're in our car counting like drug dealers.
The funny thing is, John, they probably would have paid double what he charged them. That's the shit because those big budget movies, they don't care.
They pay through the ass for everything.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of news.
What?
John, Dave, George. So I was in the supermarket last night, and the manager tells me that they're opening up a express lane for shoplifters. So, do they have that in Florida?
What are they
South
doing?
Carolina?
A what?
They're opening up an express lane for shoplifters.
Okay.
You'll need to elaborate.
Yeah, you'll have to explain that.
It's only in New York where they have no law.
You want to explain that? Or
Am I breaking up now?
You froze up for a second.
So did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Express lane for shoplifters.
Yeah. Why would shoplifters need a lane at all? They steal. They're not paying.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because when they steal or load up the wagon and they're running out, they're afraid they're going to run people over. So they don't want to have a lawsuit on their hand. So they figured if they just have a wide open lane for these people just to run right straight out with no interruption and running people over, and they don't want no store employees chasing them either.
Right.
That's out.
Oh, so you can
they have
shoplift
this
now.
Special lane.
Maybe they got somebody in a
lost
car outside waiting for them to run through outside, and they could run them over.
Yeah, or roller derby.
I know they probably won't even chase you. You probably get away with it. You're probably allowed. It's probably against your rights now to not be able to shoplift if you want to. You know.
Yeah, no, they have rights now. So if you tackle them and you hurt them, you're getting in trouble, man. So they make it a special fucking lane. I thought it was insane.
So how does that work, Jimmy? The shoplifter runs through the open lane with the cart with not paying.
So it's a special lane that no one, if you're a regular person that you buy groceries, you're not going to be in that lane.
Right, I understand that, but what do they do they catch the person or do they just let him go?
Let him go. It's New York.
What?
Lane for shoplifters. They get this shit and they go right
What
through the
store?
fucking
Right, but
out the
Jimmy,
store.
do they arrest him or what do they do once they get through the lane?
No, they don't arrest them. I asked the guy that. He said they don't even mess with them, man. They let them take this shit, go through the express lane, and they go out to their car.
What
and they leave.
store?
That's it.
So in other words, if you don't want to pay anymore, you don't have to. Is that the law?
Rick Collins.
That's what it looks like it's coming to. Yeah, it looks like it's that's what they're doing.
I might
over
take
here.
advantage of that lane.
What's
I buy
the-
a lot of groceries.
You ain't.
Yeah,
You can't step on
you're in
your
the
foot.
wrong race.
It's
What's
crazy.
going on?
What's up, Greg?
Hey, Greg.
What are you doing? No, I was in a store and they did the same thing. I went into the bathroom in a Lowe's
Yeah.
and the fucking I hear this commotion. It's right by the bathroom is right next to the exit door. And my girlfriend was standing and waiting for me at the bathroom. Next thing I know, this is like loud commotion. And when I get out, she's like, "Oh my God, I should have tripped the guy. I should have done." And I said, "What happened?" She said, "These guys from the city, they came up, dudes with dreadlocks and shit, running around. They grabbed, there was like 3 of them, and they grabbed generators from Lowe's because they're expensive. I mean, generators could go for up to $1,000, and they just ran right out the door with it.
Wow.
And all the workers were like scurrying around, but nobody did anything.
Really?
You know what they said?
Exactly.
They said we have cameras in the parking lot. That'll get their the license plate. But those guys sometimes takes their license plates off.
They're on.
What? They have the license plates where you can't see them anyway. You see.
Jimmy, you
Right.
got terrible connection, Jimmy.
Up to that, Greg. They're not gonna pull up there with. Huh? I'm losing my connection over
Yeah,
here.
you can't.
Yeah,
First of all,
no,
you
I'm
can't arrest
saying
a license plate. Someone could say they stole my car, or I don't know. I didn't drive that car.
No,
So-
I'm agreeing with you, but the store's excuse for not doing anything, for not tackling them and everything, they're saying we can't, like Jimmy said, they said to us, we can't tackle them, we can't stop them, but we'll get them because the license plates, the cameras in the parking lot, which I'm like, that ain't
They're
gonna
not
do
gonna
shit.
do that.
Are
They
they
ain't gonna
prosecuting?
I agree.
In Westchester?
No, Jimmy, I agree with
You're
you.
in Westchester,
It's
right?
Right, I know.
It's pointless to arrest them because once they get to
Right.
they're not going to prosecute
go.
them anyway. So
They let him go.
they
Yeah,
let
right.
him go.
It's the DAs. It's the DAs that aren't prosecuting these people.
Liberal DAs. That's correct.
Do they understand what happens? It doesn't get better. It gets worse. They
Apparently,
just
that's
keep-
what they want because they should know better.
They want chaos right now.
Yeah.
The more chaos, divide.
So wait a
and
minute.
conquer.
So Greggy, how about I was mentioning the day before I asked him if it was happening in Florida, the new monkey pox that's coming out now.
Oh
Did you-
shit!
Did you hear about that?
There's a case on
Oh,
the other
yeah,
coast,
yeah,
right
yeah.
by George. If you bring monkeypox here, George, I'll assassinate. Jimmy can put you out of your misery.
First of all, monkeypox is
It's in his area.
nothing to worry
David,
It's
about.
right in
in
his
his
area,
area.
Palm Beach.
Jimmy,
yeah,
don't you have to have sex with monkeys to get that?
No,
Yeah,
evidently
pretty
not.
much.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, they said he came from South Africa. That's why. They gave
No,
it the monkeypox.
it came from. They had these parties. They have these.
Where?
They have these parties in certain countries. These sex parties with men, doing these festivals. And
What, the fucking monkeys?
No, I don't know what they would. Whatever they were doing, I got to look at.
No, but
He doesn't know what he's talking
Yes, I
about.
do.
no,
Yeah,
he's
what the fuck are
right.
you
100%.
talking about,
Yeah.
George?
I'm telling
No,
you.
no,
Hold on.
he's
Let me
right.
finish my. I'm
He's
telling
You
you.
right.
say this is a gay thing?
Yes.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
right. It's like it's almost
Yes.
like AIDS is spreading in the gay community.
Yes, I'm saying, yeah, we do. We're like, guys are more promiscuous than women, obviously, because we have to, guys, because we'll sleep with anything with girls. I mean, guys. So imagine two guys, a bunch of guys together. They're gonna have sex nonstop with each other. They had these festivals over in Europe.
So where did the monkeys come from?
They're calling it from the animals.
Originally, they were just watching, Dave, and then they got sucked in.
So this monkeypox now, you blow up with blisters. They showed a picture of a man in Florida that had monkeypox. He was blistered out all over his fucking face, his head, his body.
He lives right near Georgie.
Yeah.
He lives right down the street from George.
Yeah. That's why I said if he brings monkeypox here, he's going to be in big trouble.
Dave just slid his seat over a little bit.
First of all, it's contagious by
Dave,
contact.
the best thing to do is get
Sexual
George a body scan
contact.
before he gets in the house.
Bodily fluids. You spit. You and I both spit a lot. So
Sexual contact.
Down with a garden hose outside. If he's got any blisters on his ass or anything, throw him the fuck out.
So we got the monkey bug. We got the bird flu.
Right.
We got the bird flu's killing all the fucking eggs.
My ex-wife Barbara posted on her Instagram the best thing. She's like,
they're up there now.
Listen to this.
It's like 450.
She put the best thing up about monkeypox. She's like, it's a meme. It says something like monkeypox. Remember, when you pronounce it, the K is silent.
Moneypox.
Yeah. It's another vaccine.
Well, chicken pox.
No, they're trying to make money off it. It's another. They released.
They already had the vaccine. Look, they had the vaccine already.
I know. Of course they do.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna have the vaccine.
The Davos. You know the Davos group
it's
is?
been around. It's
Dave
nothing
doesn't.
new. That's why.
He
Did you
knows
see
Davos.
in
Those guys know
Philadelphia,
Davos.
They're making the kids wear masks again.
Oh, are they
Yeah.
really? Where is this?
You know why, John? The midterms are coming.
Yeah.
They gotta start that whole
Listen,
thing
Greg.
up so that we.
Greg, look at this. Don't worry about the midterms. See,
Mr. G's going to be a delegate for the Republican Party in
Palm
Florida.
Beach. I'm
There
signing
you go.
up right
I
here.
like it.
Now, what are you
I'll
going
sign
to do
it.
as a delegate? What are you going to do as a delegate, Georgie?
I'm going to make sure that the right thing is done. Borders, language, and culture. That's what defines the country. All right? We're being invaded on our border. 385,000 people, they're just coming through like it's an amusement park, are on our border right now, going to come over the next month. Where are these people going? Where are they going to stay? I mean, this is what's happening. Everything is on. That's why you hear all this other bullshit to deflect you. Anybody who's been in war doesn't want to go to war. Why are we giving money over to this other country? We should be taking care of our own country first and foremost. Unless you, no fighter and no warrior wants to fight. No UFC guy wants to go really and fight. They fight for sport, then it's over. But if you've been in battle, the last thing you want to do is go in battle. Yeah. You know, we need all that money going there for our own country. We got to make our own country strong and teach our young boys to be men.
Boy.
I think what we should do is we should send let's get some scouts and send them down to the border, and maybe we could. They cherry pick the best athletes. You know, we should pick out a couple of guys that have good genetics for bodybuilding, and we could
cherry pick the best immigrant.
Yeah.
No, they should be.
Say, look, you want to come to this country? We're going to train you for the Olympia.
The hot chicks can come over and stuff.
Look, I'm a patriot. Here's what a patriot is. I'm going to tell you exactly. I pick up my client Mike's maid. I'm doing her a favor because she has to pay $20 each way. I live 5 miles away from her. So I said, Mike, I'll pick her up. I pick her up, and I don't know how we started talking about Trump, and I'm going to run, she goes, Trump is a racist. I'm like,
he's giving her a ride.
No, I go, I'm a Trump guy. But it doesn't matter anyway. I don't care if you're. I wouldn't say that about anyone.
Guys, I gotta interrupt you. I gotta go. I mean, look at the skid mark. My tire locked up on my trailer. Oh my God. A fucking tire was smoking the whole fucking way.
He always has, John. He always has freaking problems. This guy.
I had to pull over. Anyway, I wanted to make an announcement before I leave because I gotta go now because my tire's fucking burning up.
But you can't go because the tire won't.
Where are you gonna go?
Where are you going?
I gotta go somewhere. I can't stay on the expressway because if you stay on the expressway, they have special tow trucks. They're on contract. They charge you an arm and a leg to get you out of here. So I gotta get off. I gotta drag this tire. Hopefully, it don't go on fire.
What do you mean drag? Jimmy, Hold on, what do you mean drag the
This
tire?
weekend,
Turn it.
I don't know. Do you guys know that I'm splitting this weekend? I'm flying to California. Did you know that?
Lee
Oh,
told
you're
me-
going to Lee?
Lee told me he's flying you out.
Oh!
Lee spent
Huh?
Lee spent like $5,000 to get you that ticket. You know that?
Did he really?
No.
Yeah.
He didn't. I saw the bill.
It was like
He
two,
didn't
two,
spend-
it was like
oh my
$2,000.
Was it really?
Yeah.
See that?
Anyway,
that's
I'm
the kind of
going-
guy.
I'm going to
Lee's a good guy.
No,
Grand
Lee-
go down to
no, that's
$2,000 in the span of a second.
I was going to say
Yeah,
that.
this wasn't $5,000.
It was
Wait,
2,000.
Lee's in California?
No, not yet. He's leaving this week.
They're going to
No.
continue their bromance out on the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna
That's what-
fly in, and we're gonna.
That's what everybody's
videotape
girlfriend or
everything,
wife says.
Take
Are
a
you
million
gonna go-
pictures. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. I'll be there for his inducting in the Bodybuilding Hall of Fame,
Yeah, that's
and
great.
we're gonna hit Disneyland, and we're gonna scream and yell on the roller coasters and all that other shit.
When are you
I'll
leaving?
send you video.
When are you leaving?
Sounds like a fun
Uh,
date.
It's gonna be a fun day, man.
When are
It's
you
gonna be good.
leaving?
All
Does
right,
he
I
not
gotta
hear
drag
me?
this trailer up the expressway. Hope I don't have no fire. I'll talk to
Jimmy!
you guys later. Love you.
Hey,
And,
Jimmy.
I love you, bro. Have a
Jimmy,
good
you can't
time,
hear me?
man.
Be
Can anyone
careful.
hear me? Does my microphone
yeah,
work?
I'll be in touch.
Jimmy, when
Have
you
a good
leaving?
time.
Jimmy,
Why can't
Yeah.
you hear us?
Jimmy, when you leaving? When are you leaving?
leave-
Dave wants to know.
Saturday morning, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll stay in touch. I'll send you a bunch of videos and stuff, and pictures, and for you.
You kind of
So-
have to. It's part
Yeah.
of your obligation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, we're gonna do that.
Well, you guys are going to be on. I think you guys are going to be on Iron Range. What day are you getting out there? Friday?
I'm gonna be Saturday morning,
Oh, Saturday morning.
and I'm not gonna be leaving till Tuesday.
Oh, you're going to stay?
So,
At, you staying
yeah.
at Ed Connor's house?
What was that?
I said you're staying at Ed Connor's house.
Is he allowed to?
I couldn't hear what you said.
Why
Where
can't
am I
you-
staying?
Ed Connor's
Why
house.
is he having trouble hearing me? I'm the
yeah.
fucking loudest fucking guy in the show.
I believe it or not, I'm gonna go to the Gold, so I'm gonna fucking train here. Hopefully Ed's there. I'm gonna say hello.
I think
No,
Ed's in
that'll be
Chicago,
a
but-
throwback.
Ed will not be there.
No, Ed's not there.
Nah, he won't be there. I know. Yeah, he won't be there. But whatever.
Say hello to
I'm
Joe
gonna- I'm
Wheatley.
gonna go here. I want to go eat at the firehouse. I'm gonna go to the old stomping grounds. Should be
You're
a lot
going
of
to be
fun, man.
disappointed, Jimmy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what? The firehouse?
I was just there. You're going to be disappointed.
I told Lee he could stay at a tent with the tent people out there.
Why, are there a lot of are there 10 people out in front and the back?
Yeah.
The whole block in front of Gold's Gym is Tent City.
I mean, all blocked. So
Really?
The whole
No fucking
block
way,
around
man.
down the side, around the back.
so nobody's roller skating and going up and down.
No, that's
Fuck
No
No,
fucking way. Are you
This
kidding
is
me?
Gold's
No.
gym.
Oh, okay.
Shit,
And
you
the
gotta
whole
see
the
this
whole
fucking
entire fucking
real-
beach stinks of piss.
Oh,
I
it
hate
does.
to tell you, that Gold's Gym era is done. It's been done a long
Oh, God,
time.
you just fucking you just depressed the shit out of me, John. Oh, shit. Are you kidding me?
No,
Go
Jimmy,
into that place, man.
you're bringing life
You're gonna
there.
love it.
Jimmy, you're the new life.
You gotta see.
You're the
I got a
spark.
fucking 3 miles. I got a fucking 3/4 of a mile skid mark.
I think you and Lee should get
Shit.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, you and Lee Priest could get in fucking Disneyland. One of you guys should wear a dress and shit, because that's their new thing. Their whole
I'll do
walk.
it.
Jimmy, you and
Yeah, I'll
Lee
do it.
should get matching yin yang tattoos on your face. One half of your face, the other half of his face.
Holy shit.
Maybe
I don't know why you can't hear me. It's the weirdest thing.
maybe you should give the homeless guys fiber lines.
It's the skid mark. Is
Have a
making
safe
so
trip,
much
Jimmy.
noise.
He can't hear me. It's the weirdest thing.
Smoke coming out of my back of my truck.
That's just a connection
Oh
there.
my God, I gotta pull
You'll
over.
X him off. Get rid of him.
Oh
Look at that smoke.
Oh my God, this fucking guy with his equipment. I am so
Mercy,
sick
kill this
of
guy,
this
please.
fucking
No.
shit. I can't handle
No.
it no more, man. Fucking kidding me, man.
Wait.
Hold on.
Fuck.
He's not done yet. Let's see the smoke.
Oh, maybe he's a new life. He got out of the
Not,
truck.
not done yet.
Oh, he hears me finally.
Yeah.
Oh
Show us the tires, Jimmy.
shit.
What is he doing? You can't drive that truck, Jimmy, if the tire's not turning.
Oh, look at the tire.
The tread's going to be hanging through.
It came off.
Oh, it's off completely?
And
I
the,
can't.
looks like-
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
it
what the fuck I'm gonna
untreaded
do,
in the
but I got
middle.
Skid mark The skid mark's a mile long on the expressway. And I'm smoking. Fucking guy. I can't believe this motherfucker.
When's the
Oh
next?
my
exit?
God.
This is the
Look at
this
this
is
piece
the
of
typical.
shit trailer. Look at this fucking, the rollers don't, look at the rollers. The fucking rollers don't even work on this fucking piece of shit. No, look at the rust. Look at this fucking
He'll
shit.
be fired,
man.
John.
The thing is,
John,
I told this
by
motherfucker,
tomorrow.
he's got to replace the rollers if he's going to use this thing.
If the rollers aren't working, how you cinching down the load?
I've had it.
All right.
The tops, only a couple of them work because they're rusted the fuck.
You always get the worst machinery. You ever notice that?
It's unbelievable. It's like, then he blames me. He blames me. I said, how the fuck you blaming me? I called him up the other day. He said, I got no brakes on 201. He goes,
Jimmy, your connection's
Dad.
horrendous.
I said, what do you mean?
Imagine if we could hear him.
Dad, I don't know how to. There's no brakes on the truck. He goes, I don't understand that. Richie just fixed it. I say, and the motherfucker tells me that I'm a nightmare. I'm a nightmare. This shit happens to me, and I'm a nightmare. You're fucking kidding me, right? Let me call this fucking guy, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get killed over here. Fucking guy with this bullshit.
All right.
Look at these trailers passing me up.
Jimmy, you should hijack that guy's truck.
Yeah.
How you
take
doing, bro?
this.
Thank you.
Hijack that
You know,
truck.
the-
Swap
the-
it.
the-
Give him a
the
little
thing-
like one of
you know,
these
He's
Jimmy
on,
Hunts
he's
for Horny
on
Gift.
the side of the most dangerous road in America right now. You know,
What's he on? Is he on the LIE?
on the LIE.
Is that
Oh, fuck,
what? There's
dude,
only
that
two.
road is the worst
He must be
road.
getting off.
The
There's
worst.
I
two
tell
lanes
everybody,
there.
bro.
I think he's
fucking
off. I think he got
traffic
off,
for no
John.
Yeah, he-
reason and shit. Ridiculous.
I think he
That's the worst road on the
I
planet.
think he drove off the expressway.
I hate fucking.
That's the
that
express.
road.
That's the service road. I think he's on of the
Even
expressway.
It looks like the service
Yeah.
road.
All right, let's get rid of Jimmy because it's starting to get annoying. We love you. Safe flight.
That's great
All right.
that he's going with Lee.
Yeah,
I
Lee.
was-
Lee. What
I-
Lee did was First of all, Lee's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, and they made him pay his own airfare there. So he had to fly himself, and then he promised Jimmy. So he also bought Jimmy a ticket too, which was very generous of him because it was not a cheap
Wow.
ticket. It was almost $2,000.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
Since when does bodybuilding have a Hall of Fame?
It's a Muscle Beach Hall of Fame. It's not a bodybuilding Hall of Fame.
Okay, there's no way you could go though. I mean, I don't know.
Well, Lee is going there. They're having Joe Wheatley's running it with the Memorial Day Muscle Beach show.
Who?
Joe Wheatley.
Joe
You don't know
Wheatley.
Joe Wheatley?
Huh.
He's been running the Muscle Beach show on that boardwalk on every Memorial Day,
Decade.
Labor Day they do it, and I think 4th of July for the last 100 years
Yep.
or something like that at least.
Yeah, I know.
Long time. I covered it for MD once, like in the 90s.
Oh, really? Wow.
I know
yeah,
he's-
yeah.
Anyway.
It's been going on a long time.
So they have all the plaques. They have plaques they put up. I guess the city pays for them now. It used to be bodybuilding.com that did it, but the city does it now, and Lee will get his own little plaque there on the walk, the
Wow.
boardwalk there.
Jimmy should have one too.
You think Arnold would show up at that, right?
What, Willie?
No.
Probably
He
not.
has.
He has in the
before.
past, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they inducted him, didn't they, or something?
Yeah,
Like that?
I mean, he's
I
a
believe
fan of
they did,
Lee's.
yeah.
Or maybe Franco or one of those
Well, how
guys.
could you have a Hall of Fame without Arnold?
Yeah.
A bodybuilding
Yeah.
Hall of Fame without Arnold.
How could you do that?
You know, but Arnold's
Well,
like,
big
Arnold is
boxes.
not like he used to be. I mean, he has a lot of free time now. He goes to the gym every day. You know, he's around that area. He certainly could show up if he
Yeah,
wanted
he
to.
bike rides.
Yeah, he bike rides over
He's
there,
a bike ride with Franco. He's a big fan of Lee's and Jimmy's.
He might
He's
show
like
up.
Lil-
Yeah, Lee was. I mean,
Yeah, of course he is. I mean, Lee's.
you want me to maybe I should text him. I have his
Yeah,
phone number.
I would definitely, because if he knows Lee is,
I
there-
have Arnold's cell phone in my phone because Leon Brown gave it to me. Well, I actually stole it from Leon Brown's phone, actually, but I never used it, though. I do have it, though. Did you know that Leon Brown had Arnold's cell phone? Greg?
I know,
knew
I
that,
said-
but I figured Arnold would have changed his numbers 17 times since then.
I don't know.
He's right.
Maybe. might have-
I sat with Leon Brown when he called him. I did an interview with him. Oh my God, fucking 2009. And we were in a diner, and Leon's like, look, and he shows me Arnold's phone, and he actually called him.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Arnold picked it
Yeah.
up?
He was
he
very
wasn't.
proud
He
of
didn't
that.
pick up. He wasn't there, but he does. He answers the phone for. We did. Leon's dead. They don't answer
Yeah,
the phone
yeah.
now. But Leon was great, dude. Leon Brown was 66 at the time or something like that, and I met him at the gym, right? And his chest was out to here, and he goes to me, holy shit, man, this is my 4th or 5th day in a row training chest. And I'm like, wait, you train your chest for 5 days in a row? He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, I do that all the time. I'll pick a body part and I'll just train it every day for a week.
And he would grow from that too. That's the funny thing.
Well, you know, Leon Brown is a national treasure.
Yep.
He should be in that Hall of Fame. If he's not in there, he definitely needs to be.
I wonder why he's not, or if maybe he is. I don't even know.
But I mean, come on, when you open a book, remember when you opened Pump and Iron when you were young? And he had that back pose where it was like this. You never saw a back with all those apples on it and shit. You know, he was, and I knew Leon very, very well. He's a fucking great, great guy. We used to go out to the diner and he would tell you the fucking stories that nobody else knew. You know what I mean?
Oh, he knew all the gossip.
Huh?
He knew all the gossip about what the guys were taking drug-wise.
Everything. He was like Arnold's first friend when he came here.
Right.
Arnold was playing like chess or something like that with some old man out on on the beach out there.
Santa Monica, where the chessboards are.
Yeah. And fucking he saw Leon and he goes, Leon Brown, like that. And Leon's like, oh my God, he didn't. It was like they were very close. Arnold used to wake him up sometimes at 5 a.m. And Leon, he'd be fucking
hungover.
3 sheets to the wind because Leon liked to fucking he liked his drink, and he'd be like, I can't go to the gym now, later, and then fucking Arnold would like pull him out of bed and shit,
The funny thing is Leon would still bench press 405 for reps even after like a whole night of
the best fucking thing. He used to tell me that. Because he beat Franco Colombo in the World Championship.
Franco hated him right after that, right?
He said that him and Franco and Arnold, they would train together every day. And that for 8 months, Franco would not say a word to him, would totally ignore him. He'd say, like, do you want to put, like, 10s on a bench? And Arnold and Franco would just pick up a 10 and put it on the bench. Wouldn't even look at him, wouldn't talk to him, be like this. And he said because Arnold used to break his balls. He'd go, look. Hey, everybody, here's Leon Brown coming in the gym. Leon.
Mr. Universe.
He beat Franco Colombo. Hey, Franco, remember he beat you? He used to do that. And Franco had no personality. You know what I'm saying? So it would bother him.
Of course.
Leon's the most...
Arnold was brutal to his friends. I mean, in breaking balls, I mean...
He was a loyal motherfucker.
Yes,
he would tell me that, when he would get in that fucking Volkswagen Bug and shit, he would tell me that Arnold would drive like 100-something miles an hour. Cops would pull him over and shit, and then he'd take off while the cop was getting out of the car.
No way.
He has some of the greatest fucking stuff. But about the guys going getting steroids, Arnold knew some nurse at a clinic, and they would go there, and the girl would give them anything they wanted because she was like in love with Arnold and everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
There was a clinic, Greg. I don't know if you've heard this story. And John, you probably know the story. There was a clinic. Maybe John even has gone there. A clinic in Venice where guys would go. You can go 24 hours a day. And if you wanted to get a bottle of Nubane, you can buy Nubane from that clinic. Right, John?
I did hear about that one, yeah.
Guys would go in there all the time, like 3 a.m, and they'd get a bottle. Oh, I'm sore from a workout. Oh, they'd say, all right, yeah, they'd give you a prescription. They'd write the thing for Nubane, and people would look at it.
But this wasn't even a prescription. This was like a health clinic, almost like a docs or whatever they call that shit, to fucking urgent care.
Kind of hard to get a prescription for Nubane too,
But back then, in those days, though, they didn't look at steroids as like this. It was a prescription, but it was no more like than getting like an antibiotic.
Right.
Before 1990.
No one even knew what people were using it for, John. They were like,
right.
No, before 1990, it was a prescription item like penicillin was.
Like anything else, like getting penicillin, like getting fucking.
So I used to go with Duchesne like a couple times. Well, about once a month. We used to drive down to Tijuana, load up at the pharmacy down there, drive back, sell everything we bought, go back down, go back and forth.
But John, before 90, a lot of guys had legitimate prescriptions because they knew doctors would just write it for them, and they would go in and they'd fill Anavar and Anadrol and testosterone and Deca right from the pharmacy, and the pharmacist didn't give a shit because it wasn't
Walter
illegal.
Jaycott had a clinic that you used to go there, just tell him what you want. He'd give you anything.
Oh, really?
He was gay.
Dave, I'll drop a name for you. Remember Charlie from fucking Yonkers over there?
Yeah, that was my friend Tembek's cousin or uncle or something like that. He owned that.
You go in a fucking pharmacy.
Uncle Charlie, right? Everyone called him or something like that, right?
He'd make you pull your pants down and shit, because I think you like the guys. You know that, right? Oh, yeah.
Isn't that where Bob Grushkin used to get all the stuff?
Huh?
Was that where Bob Grushkin used to get the bags of stuff from? Uncle
He
Charlie's?
used to send it to. Well, Gruskin, what people don't realize is that Gruskin worked at City College and was actually a professor.
Yeah.
A chemistry professor.
Yeah.
So Gruskin knew more shit about chemistry.
Right.
No, people don't realize that.
Right.
You know.
No, but there was supposedly a
Gruskin-
pharmacy on the corner right where Grushkin lived in the Bronx there. He would just go in there, Chris Cedar said, with like 20 prescriptions, and they would just give him a bag full of stuff, and he'd walk out and he'd give it all to the guys he was helping, you know.
Dave, the drug reps from Astra and Shearing and all, they used to come to Gold's and bring boxes and leave them on the counter. And it used to be, guys would call their order in, and then the rep would bring it.
Are you serious?
Drop it off at Gold's counter, and used to go pick it up. Right, Greg?
Yeah,
awesome.
Every Wednesday. It was a Wednesday. I know that guy used to come. Every
is
Wednesday.
sick.
It's like a Wednesday, and the guys would be putting in their fucking order, and some guys would go there and it just wait. They weren't even working out. They'd be like a nervous wreck, afraid if somebody else was going to do it. They're taking my, my testosterone or something like that. That was theirs, you know.
And that was all real stuff, right, from the pharmacy.
Oh,
shit. Right. The drug rep used to bring it.
I know.
It was
really, yeah.
But that just showed you how ridiculous we are today with this whole thing, right? No one was dying. No one was having any problems back then. No one even abused the stuff because it was readily available by prescription legally. People just used it like you would drink a cup of coffee. That's all.
AIDS patients.
As soon as you make it illegal, everyone wants it more. You make coffee illegal, people will be fucking killing each other for fucking coffee beans.
That's right.
It heals people. Like growth hormone heals AIDS patients. They give growth hormone.
Just, as soon as you make it illegal, you create a black market.
They don't want you to be healed.
That's right. They want you on drugs.
They had a system here in Florida for big snakes like Burmese pythons. They had a system where you got credentialed. Like I had a permit to possess these animals. Okay, it's called a conditional species permit because they didn't want irresponsible people to have it. So then the dummies just recently went and it made it illegal to have for anyone to have a Burmese python. You can't breed them. I actually applied for an educational permit, which I got, so I can keep a few of them. I can't breed them, but now they're illegal. So what's going to happen? They're going to create a black market. Whereas before they had responsible people who were actually permitted. They would come and inspect you. The making things illegal is the worst thing you could possibly do.
So what's special about a Burmese python over a rabbit?
Because they think because they populate the Everglades now because they were from
That's
30 years ago.
You don't need a permit. Go down the Everglades. You can get your pick. I'll take the big one with the alligator.
Do you realize if you catch a Burmese python in the Everglades, you're required by law to kill it? That's the law.
You gotta hope that the Burmese.
What's wrong with them?
Because they think it's over. They think they're overpopulated.
They can't stop breeding, and they're overtaking the wildlife down there. They killed.
They've been there for 30. They've been there for 30 years. They're not any more overpopulated. Nothing's going on now that wasn't going on 20 years ago.
That's the reasoning they're saying is because they're overtaking the wildlife.
You know what?
I heard it was because they were breeding with the wild.
No, there is no wild pythons up there.
Hybrid that was like 50 feet long, and whole houses and swallow cars.
You know what the funny thing is? When they filmed Tarzan back in the 50s and 60s in Florida, a lot of the monkeys got escaped that they had in the show Tarzan, and now they actually inhabit the Everglades too. We have monkeys in the Everglades. People don't even know that. We have populations of monkeys living because of Tarzan. You don't see anyone killing monkeys, right? Because that's not cool, right? Because they're primates.
Well, that's what the pythons eat. But you better hope to God you're down there, and if you're looking for a python, it don't fucking find you.
They don't
first.
look. They don't hunt people, Greg. They're ambush predators, meaning that they just wait until a stupid rabbit walks by and they grab it. The funny thing about the whole thing is that we have so many hunters down here that love to hunt. I say it's a blessing. Let them go hunt all the fucking pythons. It's great. Give them something to do.
They have those dragons down here now, those kimono dragons.
Yeah, they don't hunt
the other
people.
dragon.
Just like, it's okay, swim with sharks. Sharks don't really want to eat people. Or, lions, get the fuck out of here. They always say that shit. But,
Right, but these animals are not big enough. They could never kill an adult.
I was surfing with sharks the other day. And where was I surfing? By a pier. Fort Worth Pier. people fishing. There's sharks there. You know, I mean, they're in the
Let
water.
me tell you.
Speaking of piers in the Santa Monica Pier.
You ain't swimming with no giant bull shark or white shark.
Yeah, they're in the
Do you
water.
remember, John, like 2 years ago, Arnold wanted to hold the Arnold Classic on the Santa Monica Pier when the whole COVID thing was going on? Why don't they do that? Wouldn't that be a great thing to do in California? To really
think that would be
revitalize
phenomenal.
bodybuilding? Have like an outdoor competition?
I guess they'd have to have it on the beach next to the pier. You couldn't have it on the pier.
Well, I don't know, wherever. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hey, John, imagine if
Build like a stage.
Yeah, on the beach.
All these 300-pound bodybuilders up there.
They have-
shit.
How
The
cool would that
fucking
be?
pier-
They have the surfing. They have the USA Surfing Championships.
Right.
Not at that pier, at the Ocean Beach Pier every year. They have, I think 400,000 people that go to it. They have the skateboarding. You know, they have surfing championships, USA. And
How
that's
cool would it be to have a bodybuilding show outside? I mean, it would be awesome, like a
100%.
real pro show outside.
Joe Wheatley does it every 3 times
Yeah, but
a year.
it's
The
got all
Muscle
the
Beach
people.
show, right?
Yeah, but that's not
It's
I want to see a
outside,
pro
it's great.
show.
It's not a pro
I
show.
thought about
no,
it.
but
We
it's
could
an
do that in
outside-
Florida.
No,
yes.
but it gets a lot of
Why don't we
people
do
there.
one, Dave?
I've seen it. You know, I've never been there, but I've seen it.
I don't want to promote it.
It's pretty
Videos of it.
cool. He always gets a military jet to fly over too. He always manages.
Well, you know, think about it, John. Arnold owns
No
Venice,
shit.
that Santa Monica area. He knows everything about it. He could hold an Arnold Classic. It doesn't have to be the same as the Arnold Classic that they hold in March. Have a summer Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
Where it's like the Arnold Classic Beach or something like that.
Have
a
man
whole
hold
day
it,
of
hold
events.
it
a
at
surfing thing.
can
Have
hold
a
it at
whole
his house.
have a tug of war.
Sit in the
Tug of war. Have
backyard
a like
and
the
then
like
have
have
it
the
at his house.
athletes first, like when they used to have
Two
like
people talking. I can't hear at the
Okay.
same time. He could have like a strong man there on the beach. I mean, they could do the whole thing. They could even have the world's strongest man at the same time. If he could somehow coordinate that.
Sure, it would be awesome.
Think about it. He could get a bunch of money. All the local businesses can sponsor it. He could get like $500,000 in prize money. Just have a men's open there or something like that, and maybe like a bikini.
An
or something
Arnold
like that.
Muscle Beach Classic.
Yeah.
Arnold's Muscle Beach
right
Classic.
with a regular
How about that?
bikini contest.
I think that would be phenomenal.
regular
if they
like
did that.
like Hawaiian Tropic, like a regular.
No, do the bikini. IPB
No,
bikini. If you
have the
want.
bikini, but have just the regular girls. The Hawaiian, based on beauty. No, based on looks too. The Hawaiian Tropic, like we had.
Yeah. No, whatever.
Fuck natural breast. I like fake tits.
Natural.
What do you like?
Tyler said that. Goddamn liberals.
What? What? Tyler's not a liberal.
It's like natural breast to me is like hairy armpits.
Dude, you're talking to bodybuilders, Tyler. We don't fucking like anything natural. Everything I want big fake titties. I don't want no natural fucking.
Wait, Greg,
Look,
you're-
they kinda
He wants
hang.
big fake titties
But-
in a boy's butt.
but-
That's what he wants.
But Greg's girl is
There
a
you go.
natural. Greg, your girl's a natural girl.
10-year-old boys.
Yeah,
butt.
Yeah.
my girl's but she doesn't have those big fake tits, though. You know what I mean?
No, she's natural.
If one of our listeners wanted to don't, was a plastic surgeon and said he'd give you a girlfriend free boobs, would you would she take them?
I don't know. She's like, is it gonna hurt? Oh, I don't know. Like that kind of shit, you know?
My wife had them taken out because they were making her sick.
You told me that. Yeah. How does
Oh,
she feel
wow.
now? Better?
Much better now. It's unbelievable the difference between when she had them.
And John likes big fake tits too. That's like one of his requirements, actually. Yeah.
As long as you're on a skinny
I've had
girl,
to-
right,
I've had
John?
to adjust my preferences.
Well, you're older now, John, so that's okay.
Yeah, I'm older.
John, you like him like me, right? Skinny. They gotta be fit, like skinny fit.
No, he likes
Big
muscle.
tits.
He likes muscle.
I don't want no fat fucking. I don't like big heavy chicks.
Well, like
with giant
Stacey
titties
Abrams?
and that big
The
fat
girl,
ass. No
Stacey
fat
Abrams.
asses,
You know what I'm
bro.
talking about? That woman who ran for governor. They're promoting like women like that in bikini in like Sports
Well,
Illustrated.
get that Sports Illustrated. I wanted to ask. That's what I wanted to ask him. Sports Illustrated cover up.
the Georgia, what's her name?
Yeah, Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams.
Is that who's on the cover?
Abrams, Stacey Abrams.
Yeah,
No,
like-
That's what George
no,
says.
I was kidding
Yes.
around. You're
No.
telling me they put Stacey Abrams in a bikini?
yeah,
That's her on the cover?
Almost.
Oh my
No.
God!
yeah. They're
No.
Who's that on the cover of Sports
They-
Illustrated? My wife showed me the picture. I was
Stacey
horrified.
Abrams is
Oh.
a white girl.
They're promoting.
okay.
They're promoting like
girl-
everybody's body's beautiful.
No, but the point is-
I don't want to see that on the cover. I agree.
No, but
Everyone
it-
should be beautiful.
it's supposed
but
to-
It's yeah, but
But come on, the girl's got a pretty face. I
It's
mean, you
that
know,
woke shit,
it's a
though.
bikini.
It's all that woke
It's a
shit.
swimsuit issue.
Yeah, it's
I don't want to
supposed
see,
to
an out
to
of
be
shape
someone
girl.
Girl had a
Right,
pretty
you-
face.
You want to have a big out of shape guest posing Mr. Olympia with
Right.
no one's in shape?
No, but she had a pretty face.
Oh, I don't give a
Well,
shit.
then they shouldn't have showed the rest of her body then, if that's what
That's
they
what I
wanted
told.
to do.
Dude,
That's
I
what my
can't- I
girl
don't
sends
know
me a picture of her
the
I'm
face.
trying to show you guys.
I'm
You
like-
gotta find the silver lining on the
Wait,
fucking
There's
dark
no
cloud.
silver line. We
Well,
live in a
guys,
mediocre
ever
I
society.
don't want to
Chubby
see a face. Like my girl.
No
said-
one wants to
It's like
celebrate
hugging,
excellence
It's like a little
anymore.
kid hugging his mother. I think I'm, you know, like when you're little and you hug. I mean, fuck that. No way.
You having a little
No
trouble
way.
finding this thing? It's Sports Illustrated cover, whatever the swimsuit issue is.
Yeah, because they're promoting.
Tyler, do you like
Just put fat chick on
chunky
Sports
chicks and
Illustrated
natural
cover, it'll
tits?
come up.
I think he likes hairy armpits too.
She did have
Tyler-
hairy armpits? I didn't
Is
notice
Tyler
that.
one of those liberals? You shouldn't shave your legs. Just let the hair grow on your arms and all that shit.
No, I don't think he's that bad.
Tyler, you one of those?
No, there's a certain standard.
You guys have ruined
Yeah.
him, actually. He was heading in that direction, but you've changed the course of his life ever since he's been engaged in this show. He's becoming
No,
much more
I think that Tyler will
conservative
change the
now.
course of Tyler's life is seeing that fucking
that's-
gas is fucking gonna be $6 and realizing that
I didn't send it. I
holy
didn't send
fuck.
it. Just look it up. Just Google
I thought Tyler, I
Sports
thought Trump
Illustrated
was
cover.
bad.
Greg, that's why guys, regular guys can't, heterosexual guys can't judge bikini girls because we're gonna
There
judge
she
the
is,
girl
right
we
there,
like.
with the black suit.
You know.
Second
So if we
row,
like a
yeah.
blonde,
Oh, yeah.
or,
That's it.
that girl.
That's the girl.
What do you? Are they crazy?
That's what I said.
What-
Put it back up on the
what-
screen, Tyler.
What is that?
John, you
face
really
ain't
think that's
bad.
attractive?
No,
But still, look at the fucking.
they're promote what they're promoting is that you could be
Is mediocrity.
accept your body, but they're promoting being overweight
Yeah.
and out of shape and unhealthy.
It's a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. It's not. It's not the. It's not an average.
A bit. What is that? A bit naughty. What does that mean? She ate a bit naughty. Ate ice cream every night. I mean,
Advertisement, dude.
That's
Dude,
not
I
the-
would
that's not
never
the-
go near that shit. Never.
No.
Ever. That's gross.
wait, Yummy Nun.
Look, she's a
I
pretty.
would-
Wait,
she's-
what's her
I
name?
couldn't-
Yummy Nun.
I wouldn't get hard. I
Yummy.
wouldn't get hard. No way.
She's a pretty girl, but you know what? She doesn't belong.
I
on
don't
the
give a
cover.
shit. That's not.
No.
that ain't
They did it to be. You know what? They did it to be politically correct and to be to get people to look at the
Inclusive.
cover. They
Well,
would-
next you're
Inclusive.
gonna have a tranny on there. That's watch next.
Next thing you know, Black Middle put a fat chick on the cover now. Shock value.
It's
Shock
gonna
value.
be Blackman on the cover with a wig and the frosted mustache.
Listen, it's about striving to be the best. There's nothing wrong with being competitive and wanting to be the best.
Right.
Not
Maybe
everyone
she's
can be
a
number one.
competitive
But
eater.
The
not
thing
everyone can be
is,
number one.
the
but
thing
you can,
is, the magazine says sports.
Right.
First word, sports.
Right.
You don't. When you think of sports, you think of athletes.
sure.
Right.
Right. If she was
Yes.
right, if she was an elite
Don, it's just-
volleyball player, I'd be like, fine, put her on the cover.
Exactly.
Oh, bullshit.
It teaches
She's-
people to
it's
work
a
hard for
swimsuit
something.
issue.
That's the whole point.
Wearing one fucking piece because she don't want to show the blub, the chub hanging over.
Is there
She
any
wearing
other
a one
pictures of her
piece.
inside the
Dude,
magazine?
You want to show the fucking chub that's hanging over? Get out of here. That's disgusting.
And you know they probably
It's just
photoshopped
swimsuit.
that picture anyway, so to make it a little
Give me
better.
Kathy Ireland or whatever the hell her name is. Fuck that.
Remember her? Yeah, she
Remember
was
her?
great. I remember
Huh?
as a kid all the crazy Sports Illustrated.
Farrah Fawcett.
Well, no, they had. Remember
Oh.
they used to like had Kathy Ireland. They
Yeah.
had right. I remember they had. What's Rod
Cindy
Stewart's
Crawford?
wife, ex-wife there?
But Kathy Ireland was actually built. I mean, she could have competed
Elle
in like
McPherson,
a low-level figure contest. She had muscles.
Christy
on her.
Brinkley. I'm thinking about all this.
Yeah.
And these girls were tall, too. These
Yeah.
girls are 6 foot tall.
Crawford. What's the name?
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of really good looking girls.
Iman. Remember Iman?
Damon.
Yeah, Eamon.
Iman.
Oh,
Come
but
on.
she was married to
Hyman.
Bowie.
David Bowie.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
the models was supposed to be really tall and skinny, like because they were supposed to be like a hanger. So when they walked out with the clothing they weren't. People weren't looking at the girl; they were looking at the clothes.
Right.
That was the whole idea
is that
behind
what it is? I got you.
being like a hanger, like they were a walking hanger. They were really thin.
First of all,
That's the point. You know, the clothing was
George,
supposed to be
the
what you
clothes
looked
look
at.
good on a skinny girl. You
Yes.
see that fucking outfit and then you see it on a fat chick and you're like, oh, come on. If you saw that same one-piece bikini, right, that girl in Sports Illustrated had, if you saw that on a really fit, thin girl, you wouldn't even notice it was one piece. You'd still be like, wow, she's fucking
Right,
hot.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And these girls worked at it. They not look.
What I don't understand about this fashion industry is they have these big fashion shows, right? Famous designer, and all these people come from all the magazines, and then the models start walking out, and they're wearing the fucking a Volkswagen VW convertible top with a red boot and foam barbed wire hanging off their arm and a balloon tied into their hair with cornrows. Like, who the fuck wears this shit? You know? And it's like, and they're walking up and down, you know, with the model walk, and then the shit's falling off, and they got grass and tree bark and fucking, you know, canvas.
It's an artist heaven, John.
It's like, but who wears it? Then it's like then the clothes come out, you know, whoever, Calvin Klein,
right?
And none of that shit looks like that.
No.
Like, what are they doing?
I'll tell you, John. John, you like cars. Do you ever go to the car show and they have the crazy prototype cars? And then they come out with the real car that doesn't look anything like the prototype, that had all the bells and whistles and wings and all kinds of other crazy shit.
Yeah, but the prototypes look cool.
Yeah.
The shit they're walking around, it was like, the
right.
you see what the guys are wearing? They got guys wearing go-go boots and mini skirts and fucking with a blazer, and he's got a half a beard with glitter on one side, and it's this crazy as shit.
It's shock value, John. It's shock value.
Well, like Ziggy Stardust. Bowie did that.
Yeah.
Bowie did that.
So it's like, who can be more outrageous and avant-garde and crazier than the next guy is what it comes down to. I don't know. I do not see the correlation. It's like, okay, yeah, you go to the car show, you see the concept car. When the new one finally comes out, okay, it's got the same fender, it's got the grill looks a little bit the same, got the same lights, whatever. When you see that shit, the models walking out in those fashion shows, you never see anything close to that coming out in the clothing line. In the next year.
You know what? If Sports Illustrated want to impress me, how about they take a woman bodybuilder and they put her on the cover next year in a swimsuit and say, it's equal opportunity. If I can put a fat girl on, why can't I put a muscular girl on?
You know what you're going to get next year? You're going to
get.
They got the fat one. Next year, you're going to get the fucking gender confused.
That's what I said.
You're going to get a fucking niche. Now,
I want to see Greg in a bikini on that cover.
The other day, I got to tell you guys about this. I was in TJ Maxx. I'm buying pink Himalayan salt because that's the best place to buy it. And I'm in the checkout line, and then you got to go down this line, and then the registers are lined up, and they got these neon numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the recording goes, register 6 is available now. Register and you go right. So register 3 is available. I go to register 3. I get Pat. And I'm looking at this person, and I'm going, "What the fuck is this?" It's got a
Pat
fucking
from
5 o'clock shadow. It's got long hair. It's got trying as hard as you can to talk like a girl, but you can see it's a guy's voice. The weirdest clothing with fucking man boobs that are trying to be girl boobs with a fucking sports bra on, and I'm like, what is this? And she starts talking to me, and I'm like, I got to interact with this person.
John, you should have gotten her on the show. You should have given her your fucking
make
card.
Jokes, try to make, she couldn't find a price. So she's like looking all over and trying to keep her female inflected voice under control, but she's getting heated. So the guy is coming out, and I'm going like, oh my God, this is disintegrating before my eyes. And so finally she finds the price and calms down, and and I said, hey, it was like a little treasure hunt for you to go on. It's all good. And she kind of giggles, but it sounds like a guy laughing, and I'm like, I gotta get your number. Hurry up, put the shit in the bag. And I just, no shade on these people. I understand they got problems, but look, when we were all growing up, all right, we did not have this shit ever, anywhere, nowhere. And the country prospered. Everybody did fine. We did great. We had the greatest economies ever in the history of the world. But now we got this shit. That person is mentally ill, all right? They need to go to a shrink, and the shrink has got to say, you got to pick one. You're a boy or a girl. You got to pick one. You can't be both, okay? So, and I know everybody, I'm making enemies left.
No, when you have leaders, John. But when you have leaders,
John, you blew it.
I think for the grand scheme of things, you've got to have some semblance of normalcy in the world. All right. This is not normal. To have a dude dressed up like a girl trying to be a girl when she is so obviously a dude is the wrong thing to do. Now, the next thing you know, some guy's going to say, yes, sir. And she's going to say, it's ma'am. And then you're going to have this whole fucking fight.
Well, there isn't because they don't have any
like,
there's no differentiation. So you can pretty much say it. It's nothing.
It's
you blew it, John. John, you blew it because you should have gotten the guy's number, and you should have got him on the show. That's what you should have done. That would have been a great guest.
I can go back. I can go. I'm waiting for Jimmy to come. I'm gonna bring Jimmy there, and
Jimmy will get a number.
That would have been a terrific guest, a regular. We could have replaced
but the worst,
that other lunatic.
Could you imagine she told,
I don't know if you
yells at Jimmy? Jimmy would blow up. Jimmy would.
We need someone with. We're too conservative Republican here. We need something to kind of like balance us off a little bit. John, go back to the store. Go back to TJ Maxx and see if she's interested.
When Jimmy comes, I'm going. I'm gonna go take him there. I'm gonna.
No, we interact with anybody. We don't judge anybody by what they are.
Did you see that big thing
These
that
guys
all
do.
the
We don't.
congressmen are pushing around? Like
No, they don't.
The conservatives about some woman who had her son in a dressing room. He was a little boy, maybe about 7 years old, and she's putting him in a dress, and he's like, "Yeah, but I don't want to wear this, and you made me wear it to school, and all the kids made fun of me." And she's like, "What's the difference?" She said, "Now here, you put on your shirt and pants," and he put on his shirt and pants. She goes, "Do you feel any different with the shirt and pants on as opposed to that dress?" And he goes, "I don't feel any different." Like, she goes, "Does it hurt you in anywhere?" No. See, what's the big deal? So kids making fun of you. So what? You like that?
Where was this, Greg?
Dress? And she made him wear the dress to school.
Where was this?
And that's
child abuse.
Funny?
Yeah.
That is child abuse, and they're pushing that around on Twitter.
Where is this, Greg? Where did you see this?
It's on Twitter.
Oh.
It's on Twitter about it's an outrage video. It's one of those libs of TikToks.
Yeah.
Because they were showing it like this is what mothers are doing to their fucking sons. Dude, first of all, she looks like,
Why would she do that though? I don't understand. Was she like a man hater or something like that?
Probably.
Yeah, she looked like that. You know what she looked like? One of these women that wear the pink hats that nobody wants to fuck, so they're never going to have an abortion, right? Dude, you ever notice all those anti-abortion women when you see them outside? Abortion, abortion's mine. I had 15 abortions. I'm like, fucking prove it. Because nobody would fuck you. You ever notice that's gay men and it's man-hating lesbians that are out there. I'm sorry, but that's a fucking fact.
Greg's got a point. I saw one recently. She had a T-shirt on. It said something, no abortion, something about abortion rights. It said no abortion rights. Okay, no sex. And I'm like, when do you have sex? Who's gonna fuck you? Come on, let's be realistic. There's like nobody. There's nobody. Not even Jimmy the Bull would fuck you.
But she probably doesn't have her own kids.
Well, maybe Jimmy the Bull.
Once you have kids,
maybe. But it would have to be like.
But once you have kids, your attitude changes.
And this woman looked just like she had a hat sitting on the back of her head like this. And you could tell that she's one of those man haters. I don't know how she got pregnant. Maybe her and her girlfriend got somebody a sperm donor or some shit. But you should see what this little boy was being tortured. It was horrible. Because he goes, when I go to school, they keep telling me.
Greg? You sure that wasn't a setup? It almost sounds like a setup to me. I can't believe that anyone would.
No, it's the libs of TikTok. You gotta.
TikTok is a great bastion of
Dave,
believability.
There's a channel on Dave. Greg is right. There's a channel called the Libs of TikTok. Yeah. But I thought it was a parody.
I don't believe TikTok. First of all, I think TikTok elevates and inflates their numbers.
Woman who started this thing to show you how fucked up
fucked up they are.
I know,
It's not a comedy thing, or
how did anyone film this thing, Greg? That's where I want to know. Who filmed this?
No, so some woman
was filming it. The woman was in a store dressing room with a fucking phone like this and filming it in the mirror, and the boy's putting on the dress and she makes him kind of dance around. He's a total boy, short, like your son.
So it was a setup. The whole thing was set up from the beginning. Yeah, she was just trying to prove a
No,
point.
it's not a setup. It's not a setup. Do you know how many fucking people like that? That kid.
But Greg, that's not real. They were fucking with people by making that video. That's not a real video.
No,
someone
no,
captured
no,
some
no,
woman
no,
doing it to
no,
her kid.
No, what Greg is
Dude,
saying.
you ever see that kid that made that had her own TV show for a while? Her name was I Am Jess. She's a little trans.
Yeah, I watch it. I watch it.
That fucking kid. They showed that kid when she was 1 year old. And the father's holding her hands up like this to walk. You know what I mean? And she was already dressed like a girl. Who the fuck?
Yeah.
At 1 year old, 2 years old, 5 years old. You know what I mean? Dave, you didn't sit around and tell when because you had a sister.
Yeah.
I didn't know what my sister had between her legs. I never thought like, oh my God, I want to be, her.
Yeah.
I want to be,
Right.
that gender. Nobody fucking knows. You don't know what your sexuality is. You don't even know that shit like till later. You didn't think about fucking girls when you were 5.
No one even knew about that. Yeah, exactly. Maybe today.
And plus,
yeah.
these kids are being made that way, and I know many transgenders and that are legit. You know what I'm saying? But they weren't forced by their parents,
Right.
and it wasn't something that started. The ball rolled until they were older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but they're not making videos. They're not saying I'm special. They're just a regular.
Right.
They're Americans. They're part of.
Right.
We accept
Most
them.
of them.
But
That's
these
a
people
rare
pushing.
fucking thing. John, it's a rare thing. It's legit, but it's rare.
Rare.
Okay.
Very
Not
rare.
today. It's a trend. You know what? I think I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Greg, it would still be rare, and it would still be unheard of if it wasn't for social media.
You're
It's just
right.
like veganism.
Well, social media and
There would
Obama.
be no vegans if there was no social media. There'd be no transgenders if there wasn't.
No, it's a
social
movement.
media.
You're right,
There'd be
John.
no
People
flat-
like to
there'd be
belong
no
to a
flat
club. That's
earthers
exactly
if it wasn't for
yeah.
fucking
That same thing.
There's still
UFOs.
idiots that believe.
I always say, John, it's a good Woody Allen. I think he was paraphrasing Groucho Marx. It said, "I wouldn't want to belong to any club that would have someone like me as a member." You know.
Wait a minute, John. Do you remember when Obama came out and started all this shit and saying, transgendered women, if you feel like you're a woman, you have the right to use a woman's bathroom. And people were going, huh? What? First of all, I hate to tell you, but true transgendered women who you people would not know, it could be a girl that lives next door to you that you knew for fucking 20 years and you'd find out, wait a minute, what? She's
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Isn't
No.
See,
fucking
that's the thing. That's the thing with the bathroom. Okay, when I go into the men's room, I do not raise a flag that says I'm a man. I'm going to go pee
Right.
standing up
Right.
over here, right? Nobody fucking knows. If I got to take a shit and I go into the bathroom, I'm going to go in the stall, close the door. You don't know what the fuck I am.
Right.
Okay. So how is it possible that one of these people goes into the bathroom and it becomes an issue?
Yeah.
What are
yeah.
they doing in there?
Right.
Because
What,
they're
you know,
using.
what the fuck are they doing? Go in the stall, shut the fucking door, and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
Well, maybe,
But-
John, maybe these transgenders
But wait
are
a
going
minute.
into the thing and peeing standing up and someone's catching them or something like that, you know?
No, wait a minute. No. What it is that these are people who have like this sicko fucking sex addiction shit that
Oh.
want to see women and little girls, and they identify. They got a beard and mustache. You could walk in here and say, "Hey, I identify as a woman, so I'm using." And today with wokeism, just please, ma'am, Mrs. Palumbo, yes, please go in there. But the thing is this. Oh fuck! I just lost my train. Oh. When we were going in the Sound Factory and exit, you go in the bathroom and the men and the women were in the same stall
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
I'd be
right.
taking a shit in there or something. There's a fucking guy getting next door. Yeah, I'd see a head peek over, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to the bathroom.
Greg, the only person in the whole club taking a shit at the Sound Factory. John.
Yeah.
Who would go to Sound
had-
Factory and take a shit? I mean,
Greg
who would
would.
do that?
You know why? Because
Well,
I
he
had
has-
King Kamali feeding me these nasty these nasty fucking Coca-Colas that were like Diet Cokes that were like flat, and I'd be drinking that shit, and also my stomach. Dude, I think I told you this story, right? The best story.
He cleared
I know
a whole
I told
bathroom
some
out at
people
the
this, I'm
Sound
gonna get
Factory,
the
John.
idiots Valentino repeating your story. But I was in there, right? And fucking, I had to take the worst shit. I go in there, I come out, right? Kelly Ryan, who, you know, Kelly Titus. You know, we were talking in there. She was in there talking to me and everything like that. Blah,
While
blah,
you were
blah, blah, blah.
shitting?
No.
Oh.
I actually, when I went in there, and then I took a shit, right? She left. I took a shit. Then as I come out of the store, Victor Martinez comes walking in, right? So and Victor's like, yo, man, it stinks in here. What the fuck? And I go, bro, Kelly Ryan was just in here. He just took the worst shit. And he goes, bro, that's fucked up. Her ass must be dying. And I'm like, yeah, isn't that I blame Kelly.
Oh,
Was
you!
that the night? Was that I think I was there that night.
I think you were there, yes.
Because they came out and then Kelly Ryan was sitting on some other dude's lap and his
Kelly
wife
Ryan
was
was-
sitting on.
You know who that was?
lap.
Kelly Ryan was sitting on Robbie Lopez's lap.
Robbie Lopez, right?
And Robbie Lopez's girlfriend was sitting on Craig Titus's lap.
Ah.
Yep, I was there.
Yeah, I was there. I think I was with Kamala, and then he got out of there because fucking, Titus was like sitting there like a dog staring at him. You know?
Oh,
what I mean?
really?
Yeah, they were.
I got along really well with Craig Titus. I got along really well with Kamala. You know what I mean? But I forgot somehow. I
So
got
would you
in the
like to
middle of that.
apologize to Kelly Ryan for, blaming the crap on her?
What?
You want
What
to
happened?
apologize to Kelly Ryan for, blaming her for taking a shit?
I'm not apologizing because I don't want the world. Well, now the world knows it was me. But
Get out of jail yet?
yeah,
She's out.
A long
She's
time.
out.
I think 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, she's out.
Really?
She's
But the
probably,
funniest thing was,
as
no one has
Shakespeare
interviewed
said, get thee to a nunnery, young lady, So,
yeah, everybody knows that Victor Martinez is my boy. I love that
Oh,
guy,
Victor's
man. And
hysterical,
I
funny.
think, first of all, I think his genetics are fucking the best in bodybuilding. But, he's such a good guy, and I've known him fucking, oh my God, a long time. Let's just put it that way. We were doing things on the street together. It was great. But he, it was just funny seeing his expression on his face because I had just walked out of the stall, so he didn't see it was me, and it was so bad. It was so fucking bad,
I think you blamed Kelly Ryan.
and Victor's very
And
funny,
Vic
too.
Kelly.
People don't realize how funny he is, with his.
What's that?
Victor is very funny.
Oh,
Hysterical.
Victor!
He's
Victor's
hysterical.
hysterical.
Yeah.
Victor could tell you like something with a straight face, and
Yes.
it's like, and it makes you laugh. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's his. Victor's very funny guy. It's his delivery that I love.
Because he's
when
got
he
that
says
monotone
stuff. But he-
delivery. Yeah, he's got that monotone delivery, but he's very
the
funny. when he
delivery.
says it.
Do you know
Let
who's
me
like
tell you
that? Kevin
something.
LeBron too, a little bit with the delivery. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
He
says
knows
something.
Manhattan Island like the back of his hand. Unbelievable. I'm with him one day. Every time I get out of the subway, I'm always disoriented because you come up out of the ground and I'm like, okay, which way's west? Which
Yeah.
way's north? You know?
Right.
I get up, I walk out. I'm following Victor up the fucking subway. He gets out. He goes, turn left. I go, how the fuck do you know turn left? He goes, just turn left. And he knew exactly
Yeah.
where he was. I think that's a gift because you come up out of the from
John,
underground.
he lives in this. He loved the city. He knew every inch of that city.
Everywhere.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I'm right there with him. You know what I mean? I've been in many places with him and shit. It's I'm not now though. That city's a cesspool now. It's not the same city. You go down there, you get killed there, man. You get fucking killed there. I mean, the subway. You gotta be. I don't know. Unless you're armed, I wouldn't go down there. It's bad.
All right, well, we got to wrap this up. I want to just remind people, MrG'sProteinSnacks.com. Check out the protein pretzels. And unfortunately, I ate payoff for this.
You ate 3 of them.
I know, two, 1.5. The pistachio keto cookies are
Lee
delicious.
Priest.
You also have the macadamia nut keto cookies on there. Only 3 grams of carbs. Very keto friendly. So, guys, check it out. That's awesome. Jimmy the Bull, good luck on your travels to California. I'm sure we'll hear from Lee and Jimmy's. I think they're going to be videotaping a lot of what they do out there. So we'll hopefully get that on the show next week. And what's going on with you, Greg? Anything planned this week?
I'm actually doing a show fucking Thursday. I'm finally finishing with this A&E shit.
Oh, really? For what?
The standard like steroids in the fucking 90s.
I thought you said you weren't doing that show.
No, I have. There's 2 shows I'm doing.
Oh, really?
I've
Oh,
been
you're in
doing the
demand, in
A&E
other
show
words.
for a fucking long time. They put it on hold,
Oh.
and then they filmed it again. That one was AMC.
So it's
The same shit.
Greg, it's good PR that you
good
go
for
on
you,
there because
yeah.
now we didn't have Instagram 10 years ago. Now we have the Instagram and the show, so you'll get more people to
Yeah,
watch you
Definitely.
because you're a
Yeah,
character.
this is something I won't have. It's not for me. It's for them. Like I'm getting paid to do it. So
No, but I'm saying
people.
people are gonna watch you on. They're
And I
gonna.
got to go to New York City. It sucks. But they're sending a car for me.
You love
I'll
New
take
York
pictures
City.
and shit, and I'll put it up.
Greg,
that?
you love New York City. You don't have to even drive. You get to sit in a car.
I know, but it's I live in New York City at night. But It's a different animal. You know what I'm saying?
Depressing to go because everything's.
You know what,
boarded
Greg?
up
You're getting
and
older. It's like you don't want to break
It's
your
not
rituals.
the same. It's just like John said with Venice. You know, my memories of walking in Gold's Gym have nothing to do with people sitting in tents and shit like that going out there. It's not the same city. It's savagery now too, and everybody's a savage in New York City.
Yeah. Well,
You know, I told
bring
you
your
when I got out of the
spear.
hospital,
Bring
they
your
jumped
spear.
around my daughter's car. You know what I mean? They're savages down there. It's bad
Yep.
because it's lawless. Look at the guy that shot the guy. You know, he fucked up. This guy that just shot the subway shooter. Okay, you know, he shot some guy. I guess he thought he was white, but the guy was, I think, Hispanic. But he thought he was a white guy because the way he was dressed. So he shot him for no reason in the city. They just caught him, and he's been arrested 19 times. You know what I mean? He shouldn't even be out on the street.
Yeah.
But they just caught him yesterday. He just walked up to him for no reason because, you know, let me kill a white guy. Bang, he shoots him, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Bring your gun. That's all. Pack some heat, Greg.
I don't have a gun anymore. The cops came and took it
Oh, that's
away.
right. You're a felon. You can't have a gun.
Yeah.
John, what do you got going on this week? Anything?
just work, work, work.
There you go. That's all it's about. Well,
All it's
we're going to
about.
wrap this up. We will see everyone back again next week, and hopefully Jimmy the Bull will make it out to California and back, for that matter. You never know. The plane could break down. It could, one of the tires could seize up, or how Jimmy has bad luck with electronics lately. So you never know.
Say thank you to every day. Thank you. Every day better. Thank you.
You want to take us out, Mr. G, with a motivational phrase?
So I want to thank Every Day Better, and he sends out these shirts from Hawaii, and Every Day Aloha. We spread aloha every day out there, and treat every day as though it's
Duck down. I can't see you.
treat every day as though it's your last, and don't be afraid to speak your mind. Freedom. That's what this country is about. Freedom of speech.
Remember, never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up because God loves you.
Woo!
That was good.